And action! Welcome to week 2 of the show. My name is Sam. I lead our middle school program at Kensington.orion. That is our Breakaway program.
Yes, and I'm Michael, and I work with high schoolers for our Edge program that meets on Sundays.
Awesome. Last week, we had our first week, so week 1 of our Mastermind series where we're talking all about our mental health and God's plan for that. Week 1 was about our thoughts. Remember, if you were with us, if not, we would love to have you join us, but take a look at what last week looked like at Breakaway and Edge.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun last week, and but I did want to comment on our screen again.
Oh, another comment.
Yes, yeah, I don't know
the virus.
I don't know what Sam's got going on in the background right now, but we did order a backdrop.
We did.
And it is still not here yet.
It is still not.
Because of the
coronavirus.
That's right, the coronavirus. If you missed that
Tony
reply,
Romo has it.
Tony? I don't even know who that is.
He's a quarterback.
Why would he? Anyway. So we, if you missed that reply that we got from them, you should go back and check out last week's show and see, because it was pretty funny.
Yes.
So this weekend we are on our second week of the Mastermind series. If you missed that, Sam, what's that about?
So our Mastermind series is all about what God has planned for our mental health. So week 1, we talked about how our thoughts often lead to our actions and direct where we go and how we can take those captive. But then these next 2 weeks are really how we are not designed to walk alone, and also the truth of that we don't walk alone, but that Jesus always is with us.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so we're not learning about reading minds.
No.
Though that would be really fun.
There was an old game called Mastermind that I used to play as a child.
Is that just another Midland game? I feel like you guys had
different. It was pretty fun.
It's like an alternate reality in your town that you grew up in.
It was.
That's what I figured. So this weekend we're talking about hope in the face of suffering. And what does that look like? And are the two connected? And so thought it would be kind of fun to play a little game about hope and suffering. And hoping you get something good, but
maybe I'll suffer.
Maybe it's not. Maybe you suffer. I don't know.
I'm not excited. Next time I'm going to I'm going to make the game up.
Yeah, well.
For sure.
Kelsey made this one, so we thank you, Kelsey. It's time to play.
I don't want to do this.
Sam Frenchie 1 and Michael play Oreo Roulette.
Oreo Roulette? Ooh. That's too many options.
Look at these Oreos. I want them to fall. Okay. Sam, in this game, do you see how many there are? Count them.
12.
You're very good. How'd you know?
I guessed.
Okay.
Am I right?
Or you heard us say it before.
I'm totally right. There are 12.
Yeah, 12 Oreos. 6 of which are Oreos, just normal Oreos. 6 of them.
Or are they?
Or are they? Did you mess with us?
All of them are bad.
Well, we'll see how.
All of them are from the dark side. Sorry.
It's Darth Vader's lightsaber. So, 6 of them, though, are bad. They have things that are not cream in the middle. And so we're just going to take our guess. And what do we say? The first person to get 2 bad ones loses.
Okay. Can't wait.
Maybe 3 bad ones.
We'll
find out.
1 sounds like enough.
And so since middle school happens before high school, we'll let you go first. Seems fair.
High schools are older. High
fair.
school is older.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I really am not good at these
ahead
kind
and
of
pick
things.
one, Sam.
How bad are these going to be?
I don't know. I don't know what you put in it.
I think I'm okay.
Is that a good one?
I'm okay. Man!
Okay. Oh, crap.
Did anybody bring a toothbrush?
I brought a bowl.
Oh.
Don't look at it. You have to eat it. I see stuff in there. That doesn't look bad, though. Is it soy sauce?
No, it's like... What is that? It's spicy. Did you put hot sauce in here? Oh, thanks, Kelsey.
You should put it in the bowl.
That one's done.
I just gotta finish mine. Breakaway!
Alright, that's 1 for me.
Alright.
I like the hot sauce, just not with chocolate. Please be gross. Please be gross.
I don't know. I'm good to go! We're in the clear.
Did you get another good one?
Oh yeah. There's only 4 left.
No! Oh, that's mustard!
Gross.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Is this payback for not paying you very much, Kelsey? Is that what that is? Man, no denial. Okay. No, we'll leave that in. That's fine. All right, Sam. I'm changing the rules. It's the first one to 3.
Okay. It's a bad one. It's a bad one. It's a good one!
Hey, Sam. Next time we should probably charge them better.
Next time, you should pick a good Oreo.
Shut up. 3 now. 3. I'm
Three?
changing the rule.
I have made no mistakes.
0.
Is it only 3? Or do we go till they're gone?
No. I don't think so.
All right, come on.
It's your turn.
No, don't pull that on me.
Oh, is it my
I've
turn
had
again?
3. You've only had 2. You have to eat it. You can't look.
I know.
Hey, that looks... What is that?
I don't know. It's not ketchup though. What
Barbecue
is it?
sauce?
Barbecue sauce. What
Wow. Oh, wait, are we really done? Because that's 3. Not so much hope for you.
No,
There was
a
there.
whole lot of suffering.
I suffered just a tad. I feel like just a glimpse of suffering.
Yeah, you suffered because I think you felt bad, or
Mm.
you knew you'd be
That
fired.
was the suffering. Sometimes that's all it is. One time that I felt like there was no hope, my wife and I were dating, and we were going tubing down a river, like this slow, lazy river tubing. Don't know what
Was it the
river.
Flint River.
It wasn't the Flint River. It was like, I don't know. I think it wasn't like one where you go and you rent the tube and then like they set you up, they tell you where to go and you come back. It was like one where like we just had our $15 tubes and we like get at one point on the river, go in, and then we get out at another point. And so we went in probably a little too late in the day, and it was getting dark.
Yeah, they're not the time to go in.
Yeah, we didn't know where we were at all. And obviously don't have phones with us on the tube. So this
isn't sounding good.
We got out of the tubes kind of at the point of no return where we realized it's going to be a 30-minute walk one way or another, whichever way we're going to go. And we weren't sure which way to go. And so we get out of the tubes, we scale up these like a riverbank through all the twigs and trees and stuff. I was pretty scared. I probably, I didn't reflect that though. I looked pretty had it all together. Don't want to seem weak.
No, you gotta be strong.
So we cut through a couple backyards, walk out to the road. It's dusk at this point, so it is pretty dark. And we made a turn the way that we thought we should go, and thankfully made the right decision and ended up back at our vehicle. But it was a scary moment, and it felt like there was no hope. But I trusted the force, and then there was new hope.
I wonder how Anne felt in that moment.
She probably was actually leading the way. If I had to reflect on what that moment actually was.
So the moral of the story is let Anne lead the way.
She's really good with directions, I'm not. Yes.
Sam, that was a weird story.
Thank you.
But it's good, and we are grateful that you had Anne. But I think sometimes we don't often connect suffering and hope. We don't see the two as being in the same vein, and I think almost like there's this idea that as a Christian, when it comes to tough times, it's almost like we're supposed to blindly feel positive. Like we have to say, oh, I know it's bad right now, but one day it's gonna be good, right?
Sure.
Going back to Paul in that same book that we talked about last week in 2 Corinthians. Which Paul, by the way, if anyone suffered, he was a guy who suffered a lot.
Sure did.
And he often talked about suffering and hope and glory and all of these things connected at the same time. And so he said this: "Praise be to God and the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in our troubles." He doesn't say he takes the troubles away. Right? He says he brings us comfort in our troubles.
Yep.
And then he goes on and says, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort that we receive from God.
Yeah.
And he also says, for just as we share in the sufferings of Christ, so also our comfort abounds through Christ. So it's almost like the suffering that we face, instead of running away from it, it's almost like he says, embrace it because we know that we're actually the most like Christ in that moment. So this weekend, we're talking a little more about that, about the connection between pain and suffering and also joy and hope.
Yeah, really
So-
cool. In Breakaway, we've got Kimberly Myers-Pinkle coming in to teach us, and she is phenomenal. She's a lot of fun. So you better be ready, because I know that she is, and she's excited about teaching our middle school students this weekend.
Yeah, we got a funny video for her that we show on that
We
Sunday
do
too.
have that.
Yeah. And then also for Edge, we're going to have a workshop this weekend. So we've got a couple of guest speakers coming in to share about their experience and give you some on the ground how-tos for dealing with the struggles that we run to.
Awesome. Very cool.
So catch us this weekend. Breakaway,
10:30, as usual. Edge,
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And comment below. What do we want them to comment? Have you ever been in a situation where you struggled to find hope? We'll see you Sunday.
All right, stick your face in the center.
I'm sorry, my face is blurry. It's my fault.
In the center.
None. Excuse me.
Sorry,
We good?
But I can't say that on the video or in the workplace. That's good.
Good. Okay, cool.
Battery made it.